Hey everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com, and in this video you will learn about triggers. What are they and how do they affect your decisions on a day-to-day basis? Now, triggers are the things that go on in your daily life that make you decide or make you feel a certain way about a certain situation. Example is things that trigger anger in me are when I drive, or the inconsiderateness of other people when you are in the middle of doing a project or task, or even in recreation or any part of your life. So they are the things that make you feel a certain way because of a certain situation. The hardest thing to do is recognize when triggers are happening, right? It's taken me a while to understand and to feel when I'm starting to get triggered about a certain situation or a certain thing that's going on in my life. It's important to recognize these things because when they happen, once you recognize them and once you start to feel the different feelings that happen as it's happening, you'll start to know how to control it, and you'll become more aware of when it's happening, right? My example with driving is, I live in a pretty populated resort town, and during the influx of season, like especially ski season, we get a lot of people that come up to the mountains to enjoy skiing and snowboarding and winter recreate. And the tendency is they're on vacation. They are leaving their life behind, and trying to relax and whatever. And with that goes their brain and any sort of common sense that goes along with it. So driving can become really almost hazardous, and it's really frustrating for me. And I've learned that it is a trigger when people don't use their turn signal and cut across 3 lanes of traffic to go, instead of going right, they go left, or if they're just pedestrians, they just happen to walk out while they're staring at their phones doing something else, not paying attention. And it gets really frustrating when that all happens because, one, especially if it's slick out, I can't always stop super quick, and I've had some really close calls. So that triggers anger and frustration in me to just, I don't want to obviously hurt someone because of that, right? And so I have recognized that this is something that really is a trigger in my life for negative feelings. So I do what I can to avoid that by, say, taking the bus, walking, or during the summertime riding my bike, or hiking, or just anything else that will not put me into that situation. So understanding those triggers are really important. On the flip side too is understanding your triggers when things are causing happiness and joy, right? Like when you accomplish a big task at work, or a big goal has been accomplished, and you get that feeling of accomplishment, and it triggers your happiness emotion, and you feel good about it. So understanding that also is really a big and important part to just the growth side of things. And that's why understanding your triggers on both the negative and positive side are hugely important. So once you do, once you start really realizing this and what triggers the good and the negative, you can start applying that to everyday life, and slowly that might even change your lifestyle habits a little bit in doing different things to either avoid having the negative triggers happen, or to do more of the things that make your positivity and your happiness happen more frequently. And those two things, once you start kind of realizing them and making them more of a constant part will help dictate and help guide you in the direction of certain parts of your life that you want to be better at. And so it takes a little bit of time, and it takes an understanding of yourself to really get better at recognizing what triggers what emotions, and then starting to make decisions on the things that will help alleviate that stress or bring in that positivity and that energy into your life. So yeah, that's the kind of big lesson for today. I hope you like what I am talking about, and I hope you enjoy kind of these little snippets that I'm putting out there. As a cancer survivor, we have a tendency to kind of lose track of all the things that we were working on beforehand. And given this second chance in life, it's now like the rebuild process and really solidifying the important foundational aspects of our life to get kind of going back into a very positive side and to doing things that will help other people also. So awesome, guys. Thanks for listening. If you like what you're hearing, hit me in the comments below or subscribe to the channel or get emails. I like that word, be aware, but you'll get emails and updates of when I'm putting new content out. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I really, really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.